Hey y'all. Oh, we got. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? I see Shade. I see a Vortex, an Elamindra. I see a Balian. I see a newcomer. Betty and Mosky. I hope I got that right. I think I got that right. I'm confident of that one. Hello, welcome in. Hi guys. How you doing? How y'all doing? How you doing? Let's pop that back up just in case anybody is keen on their unicorn. Anyway, I hope you guys are good. Balian is not entertained by the dad joke very clearly. How do locomotives know when they're going? Lots of training. How are you guys doing anyway? I hope you guys are good. I don't know how many of you actually checked what I put in the Discord about the upcoming possible changes to certain mechas. Yeah, we are steadily going in a downhill spiral for this game. Definitely not going in the right direction. But that's okay, I think. Maybe, probably not. That's definitely not okay. Let's not even sugarcoat that shit. They're not gonna nerf them anyway, by the looks of it. Wait, what's happening? You've been at work. You wouldn't probably be able to check it. Alright. I don't really want to bring up my Discord because I don't have my Discord limited. So I will just read it out. I will just read it out. So this is not in concrete, so don't take this as gospel, okay? Okay? And the person who posted it admitted there may be translation issues. So bear that in mind. This is wiggle. This has wiggle. However, so, numero uno on this list is they agreed that Welkin is overpowered with an abnormally high win rate. Welkin will receive nerfs. Unpopular opinion, Welkin does not need a nerf. Welkin just needs a peer. Something that can challenge it. Which it doesn't have. I don't think Welkin needs to be touched. This is for me, as a player who plays the game. Welkin doesn't need a nerf until they add the peer, in which case then they can sort of balance it. Stego will receive a nerf to his Auxiliary 3. The duration was too long. So that's the haze that recovers fluid armor. That can actually be cycled really weirdly, so that may not be a huge deal, but at the same time, Stego can't heal itself per se. It can only keep its armor up. So, you know, Welkin, we'll throw Welkin back out there since how we just spoke about it. Welkin can carve through a Stego pretty quickly if they're smart about it. A lot of Welkin players aren't particularly smart. So, yeah, I don't feel that needed to be nerfed. I mean, maybe if they just knock it down a second. Like, it depends on what the nerf is. If they knock it down, like, a second, then I'm just going to be like, well, you know, I'm not going to think much of it. It depends on how long what is considered a nerf. Are we talking anything over 2 seconds, I think is going to kill Stego. Stego plus Tricera on the same team was also a little too strong, so their, both, defenses will be slightly reduced. Now, that is stupid, because that is entirely prefaced on them being together. So you're gonna nerf both of them because they're strong together, which is going to detriment both individually. Like, that's not sensible nerfing. That's fucking stupidity. Like, you can't nerf... Hello, Elamindra. You can't nerf two different things because they're tough together. Like, that's just not how that works. Like, that's like saying, I don't... Pick any MMO that I'm familiar with. I don't know. Someone from chat, just pick any MMO that I'm familiar with. Even remotely familiar with. Don't care which one. Anybody pick an MMO. Wow, that's like saying a priest and a paladin are too strong together, so we're going to nerf both of them. It doesn't really work too good, does it? It's fucking ridiculous. Okay, number 3. No, sorry, number 4. Hurricane will receive some adjustments, particularly to its sidearm. More information will be revealed later. Now, Hurricane's sidearm is its shield. So, just to be on the fucking clear here. Hurricane doesn't have a sidearm. Its sidearm is its shield. Hang on. Weaponry. Sidearm. Decoy drones. Now, there is a way they can fix this. And I don't play Hurricane, so I don't really talk about it, but when I did like the challenges, I did notice something. The decoy shield has ammunition. They call it a decoy drone. I'm going to call it a decoy shield because that's exactly what it is. Because if you hold it, you'll notice that it comes up with a shield. See, so it acts as a shield and then it pops a shield out. Now that happens twice. It has 2 ammunition for this, right? The way they could improve this is once the second shield is out, like so that Hurricane just used the second shield, right? It no longer has a shield until it recycles itself. The easiest way to fix that would just be to have that, have Hurricane have a shield, full stop, at all times. And it can only then spit out 2 decoy shields. That would be the best way to sort of fix that particular facet of Hurricane, but Hurricane has more issues than just a fucking sidearm. So, Baby Saja when? Never. You're never getting that clockwork. Narukami will receive a boost to its survivability and damage output through its drone and auxiliary 3. So its auxiliary 3 is its cloaking bubble. But its cloaking bubble will allow Narukami to put allies into stealth remotely. I don't know how that's going to work. But at least the auxiliary 3 is kind of in line with what they wanted to do. So that's kind of okay. But Narukami receiving a boost to its survivability and damage output... That's not the one. Narukami doesn't need a boost to its damage or its fucking survivability. I don't care how big a fan of Narukami you are, it doesn't need a boost to damage or survivability. She does not, Balian. She does not. Narukami can take just about anything out in a handful of shots. No, I'm not letting you be OP for once. Do I get damages on this thing? I mean, I'm not going to be able to see anything because it's drone damage. But... where's Narukami? I don't think this is going to tell me stats on the drone damage. 4,000 damage, maybe? Does that sound like a reasonable number? Yes. Okay, so 4,000 sounds like a reasonable number. So the Narukami drones, depending on how much they hoof it up, do about 40% of Narukami's own damage. And you can spit out 2 of them. So it's relatively safe to say that if Narukami and both its drones hit after this proposed buff, Narukami's damage may very well double. Like, it's in its own damage will double. I doubt they'll buff the drones up in line with Narukami's own damage, but yeah, it's ow. Bastard. I would probably say they'll buff it up to around 10,000 maybe. That's the thought process. I don't actually... Did that? No. I don't know where to look at stat. Oh, hang on. Sniper mode. There we go. So... They do 42... It does 42,000 damage when it's fully fucking charged. .42 at the moment. It does 50,000 damage if both drones hit it. Let's have a look at its counterpart, if it can be called a counterpart. They are nerfing the missile boy. Yes, you came in a little bit late, Oni. So Narukami, just for reference sake, does more at the moment before its buff. Before its buff, Narukami does twice as much damage as Aquila. So, yeah. Does Narukami need a buff? Narukami doesn't need a fucking buff. Narukami needs to be left the fuck alone. I mean, they did say they wanted to give it more... they did say they wanted to give it more... what was it? More team usability. So I understand the change to slot 3. Auxiliary slot 3. I get that, but... yeah. Other than that, like, I don't... So just to be clear, Balian, partial damage bypasses fluid armor. It does bypass the fluid armor. That is exactly... It works exactly the same as Aquila's weapon. Hey, Oni. No, that was close range mode. Direct damage, partial damage bypasses fluid armor. Both shots ignore it. Both ignore it. So, yeah. Narukami does not need a crutch. or a booster seat or anything. Both of the snipers work identically. Narukami does 210% of the damage, basically. Yeah, it doesn't need a hand. Alright, what was the next one? Where were we up to? Inferno. Inferno is known to be weak for 1 versus 1, and they aim to change that. No details. I imagine that Inferno may be being looked into for the same sort of mobility changes that they were sort of talking about with Hurricane, so... that seems reason. I've said the same thing with Hurricane. In mobility changes would be good. I think both would benefit from mobility changes. Serenith and Skyraider will have improved area of effect on their orbital laser and energy missile, respectively. Those two don't need buffs. They don't. I think that's stupid. I think that's ridiculous, unnecessary, and just not needed. There will be one more upcoming update at the end of the month, which is probably going to be right before the August patch, the August 1st patch, but that'll be it. There is no buff for Falcon. They won't touch Falcon, and they're not touching Stellaris. So, yeah. That's what's going on. What was it? Nerfs for Stego and Tricera, nerfs for Welkin. Side grades maybe for Hurricane. Narukami gets an unneeded buff. Inferno is hopefully getting a buff. And Serenith and Skyraider gets buffs. Everything gets buffs except for the things that... So the tank... No, the tanks are tanky together, Oni. Not independently. The tanks are tanky together, so we're nerfing them both. No, I don't think they'll touch Falcon. They've been defending Falcon like it's their fucking golden child, man. They've been, like, seriously defending Falcon as if... I don't know. But yeah, I don't feel like Narukami needs a buff at all. A good Narukami, even a halfway decent Narukami player is a menace. So, to say that Narukami needs a buff is a fucking shit joke. It's a very shit joke. I don't think the two of them need... Like, you can't nerf... two different chassis because they work well together. Because as soon as you nerf one, it's going to nerf the other. As like, I know what they said. It's so they said it. They're dropping its defenses, which is whatever these stats are. Like, I get that it says, you know, B's and A's. Like, I don't know what this calculates to in actual values. But hello, Lord Kararin. But, yeah, I don't know. Exactly, Balian. That's exactly right. That's like, oh, Aquila and Narukami work too well together, so we're nerfing both of them. Well, that's cool. They work well together, but... you know, what happens if one is independent of the other? Welkin is getting nerfed, yes. They didn't say how Welkin is getting nerfed, but Welkin is getting nerfed. I don't know why, I don't know how. Welkin, I don't feel needs to be touched just yet. I don't want to say Welkin doesn't need a nerf, but I do want to say that I would, if it were my company, if I were in charge of balancing, I wouldn't touch Welkin yet. I would wait until August 1st when we're supposed to be getting the next brawler. And based on how that brawler performs and how Welkin then performs with an additional brawler in the mix, then I would do something with Welkin. The only nerf we need are Falcon and Stellaris. That is not true. I mean, yes, those are the primary issues, but no, that's not the only nerfs that need to be done. There are other nerfs that need to be done. I stand that Welkin did not need a nerf. Not yet, anyway. I wanted to see how well it competes when it actually has a peer. Because, see, the problem is, Welkin doesn't have a peer. I have never... The only time I've ever died in the bad box is if I was going to die anyway. That's the only time I have ever died in the box. I have never died otherwise. The box is a frustrating thing, but it's how? You just fucking go to the other side of the box. Most Welkins, look, I'll straight up say it, as Lord Karen said, shield, I'm not going to touch the shield, but people only spam spin to win. They stick themselves in the corner and they just do the spin to win, and you're just like, well, I guess I'll go to the other side of the box then. And then when they try to follow you, they usually, again, try to spin to win. They don't actually try to fucking pummel you, so you just go to another corner of the box. You don't get stun locked by them. You get stunned initially, usually, and that's it. You usually get stunned once. And that's on the initial charge. Usually you don't get stunned again after that. Unless you're playing against a particularly good Welkin, in which case, then yeah. But I'm happy to reward people for being good players, you know?
Stego, ready to strike. Ready to strike.
Hello, Pepitos, Wallito. Elysinus needs a nerf, actually. The armor change cooldown is too fast. 100% agree. Stego, Aquila. Stego and Aquila are the only two I play, only. All of the chonkers are getting nerfed. All of them. Well, sorry, that's not true. Hurricane and Inferno are getting buffs, but the others are getting nerfed.
Pilot proceeding on board.
Tricera is getting nerfed too because it is too strong with Stego. That is the only reason. This is not the map I want to be playing Batty Stego on, but that's alright.
Stego, off we go.
And vice versa, Kara, and yeah, that's exactly right.
Ready to hold down the front line.
We don't know how they're being changed, but they are being changed.
Online. Target required.
I'm in a bad spot. You picked up Skyraider recently, he's been a blast. Skyraider can be a very rewarding class to play. I do have the same issue with Skyraider as I have with a lot of the others, with Falcon though, sorry. In that it tends, Jesus fucking Christ. We are gonna lose this. That means I'll just sit here and watch chat. People just need to focus on them and let our stegos alone and die because of it. Pretty sure I was a menace with try to. I mean, typically, if a Falcon and Skyraider's a little different because Skyraider's a little slower, but a Falcon should very rarely get hit by a stego. Very rarely. God, this thing takes so long to reload.
Sneaking up for a backline ambush.
I'm out of juice. I flew too far. If you chase Falcon in a stego and you don't get punished for it, you are not playing against good stego Falcons. I should play Welkin again, honestly. A stego, a good Falcon should not get touched by a stego, save for the odd shot. You are Alfarius? You are not Alfarius, you're a liar, I'm Alfarius. Twitch just let me use my damn redeems. This game is going about exactly how I expected it to from day one, so yeah. Ow, what the fuck did that come from? That was the big sad face right there. But yeah, all the chonkies are getting more or less all the chonkies are getting nerfed, so. We got the large one! The game has been delayed for like a second.
Falcon here. The sky is out. Weapon not ready.
I may lock the Narukami. Stellaris, man. Came from you? How dare you? They'll get that one. Because if I were their Falcon or their Sky Raider, I'd have fucked it right off over there. Or their Falcon can be right there. I can't believe we're making a comeback. What the hell? Yeet. Yeah. Thank you for that hydrate, Oni. Finished the second book of the Night Lords trilogy. It's so good. Glad to hear you're enjoying it. Thank you for the stretch. Oh. I will stretch in just a minute, Oni. I don't want to get Stellarised. Hang on. Stretch it out. Thank you for the posture check as well. Fucking Sky Raider, man. Oh, that's a horrible fucking spot. Did they get that? They did get that. Whoever is reading the Night Lords trilogy, read the Ironman series after you finish that. Ironman series is fantastic. Sorry, F Ironman. Alien, you're not having much luck with selling Ironman to people. Mandatory insult from Space Wolves. I mean, I guess that's fair. Space Wolves gives everybody mandatory insults, though. That's... You're not special, Space Puppy. Russ's dogs don't really know how to, conduct themselves properly. We cool as fuck. We got Santa Claus. No. No Santa Claus for you. I do admit that the games have been getting harder and harder to get. I don't know if it's just because I've been moving up in rank or if it's because there's less people playing. You also got abandoned by your dad? Russ is just a moody teenager. He's just getting cigarette. He's going for milk. Bro's going out for milk and ciggies. He'll be back.
Hanaka, Stego, ready to strike. Ready to strike. Sereneth.
To a tax evasion demon.
Panther, ready to strike.
Okay, bet I'll do it. I really enjoyed The Thousand Suns and the Heresy, and he was one of my favorite characters in the Siege of Terra. What Araman book? I think the Araman books are like chronologically ordered. Like I think the Araman books do run in an order. They're not just sort of like picked in pieces, like kind of like what the just because I read them kind of like the Khan books. Like you read anything about Khan and you know it's just kind of hand picked from bits and pieces. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're insequential. Yeah, no, I think they were really good with the Araman series, honestly. I don't like the Araman series personally, or at least I haven't, what I've read so far, but yeah. As far as, like, having them in a nice, clean order, I believe they did really well with that. So, start with whatever book one is. I don't remember what it's called. And it's true, you never do know with 40k. 40k could go anywhere. I, personally, I found the book to be very slow.
Stego, off we go.
It's just a lot of Araman ruminating, really.
Objective. Capture consoles and guide payload to destination. Field offline.
Leesness.
Serenith. Set to disrupt enemy defense. Capture console
The hurricane back already. No? Ah!
insufficient engine output. Moving in to fix our strike.
There is no chance we're getting into that. Holy shit, man. I'm gonna die to this panther because I fucking can't survive.
Falcon here. The sky is ours. Shield offline. Weapon not ready. Shield offline. Advancing payload.
Where'd that Welkin go?
All you got? Stay out of it next time.
See, Oni, they just do the spin to win. Welkin players are typically not very bright.
Falcon here. Assist. The sky is ours. Moving in to fix our strikers up.
Typically speaking, Welkin players are not the sharpest tools in the shed. They just like playing the fancy toy.
Assist. Advancing payload. Serenith. Set to disrupt enemy defense.
But I don't think we're going to win this either, just because our team seems to be very all over the place. I really don't want to be below those crates.
Moving in to fix our strikers up. Shield offline. Sky Raider here. The sky is ours. Capture console B before enemy. Shield offline.
Both are afraid of vacuum cleaners.
Advancing payload. Advancing. Serenith. Set to disrupt
Let me target the wildcat.
Falcon here. The sky is ours.
Just sitting here fighting this.
Sky Raider here. The sky is ours.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna win that. I was locked in there with an Elysian and a fucking Panther.
Initiating ejection sequence.
What do we got? Let's catch up, let's catch up. I mean, from a welcome player, yeah, or rather the rubric. Thousand Suns and Space Wolves have one thing in common at least, both are afraid of vacuum cleaners. No. I saw that vacuum cleaner comment, but I didn't really know what it was in fucking reference to.
Ready for deployment.
I hated the Jotun Grammaticus in the Horus Heresy, so I skipped the books with him other than the important ones.
Falcon here. The sky is ours.
Like, see, the Falcon and the Sky Raider here just being completely unchecked is going to be the end of me.
Serenade. Set to disrupt enemy defense.
I know there's a fucking Falcon on our point. There's nothing I can do about it. I also have this freaking shield in front of my face, and there's, you know, I don't know. Yeah. There's nothing I can do when I have that many melees on top of me.
Initiating ejection sequence.
And it wasn't even that, it was the Sky Raider that got me at the end of the day. Don't we have somebody who can? We have a Sky Raider and a Falcon as well, but they're not countering one another, so... Or is that them? No, that's us. They're just not countering one another. Probably because they can't counter one another, that's probably the reason.
Stego, ready to hold down the front line.
Serenade. Set to disrupt enemy defense. Moving in to fix our strikers up. Falcon here. The sky is ours.
Anytime I do anything, I'm just getting violated by another melee.
Sky is ours.
I've never seen such a heavily melee team. I'd say this is bullshit, but I don't know what it's like to heavy against this many melees. Like, usually it's just a Panther or just an Elysian, or I could see Sky Raider not paying. He's gonna be harassing enemy payload and heavies. I don't know about the rest though.
Ready for deployment.
I mean, I get it. Like, this is kind of the cost of... This is where Tricera is better than Stego, though. Stego kind of has to reorientate itself, whereas Tricera can just sort of swivel.
Fire control system unlocked. talking here.
It's just, unfortunately, it's just bad luck, really.
Shield online. Shield offline.
The walls? I don't even know who owns the walls. They're our walls. Okay, the walls are hindering. They're in the walls, mate.
To fix our strikers up.
Enemy down.
Like, I really need him to stop pushing me off our cap. Every time he puts those walls down, it fucking murders me. Can't believe we won that. That's wild. That is very wild. Oh, Synergy, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in and thank you for the raid.
Just raided with 3 viewers.
Hey, Reggie. Don't throw it into the blender. Don't throw it into the blender. What the fuck? I don't know. Yeah, no, the walls are fucking killing me.
MVP.
There's no escape from Stego's barrage.
Why is everybody going to Kentucky Fried Chicken? What the fuck, man? I feel attacked. I feel attacked. That was a pretty big clutch, though. I was not expecting us to win that. I guess they got greedy right at the end. Which I've seen happen before. I get kudos from the person with the smiley face. I am okay. How are you? I'm surviving. This person, smiley face man. I don't know, who were you playing? The Serenith? I didn't even realize we had a Serenith. I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised there wasn't one of the new light melee. We didn't have a light melee frame that game. We had melting, but not too bad. Can't complain. I am thankfully not melting. I mean, we had Serenith, which is light, but not a melee. Would I like a garlic smoothie? No. I like garlic, but that just sounds disgusting. That's wild. Regiment,
Regiment Indy just followed.
Regiment Eddie, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. They cannot knock you out of Fortress mode anymore, Raggy. That was changed a week ago? No, no fucking random weird shit smoothies. You people are fucked. Terror is now my anger. They still chew you up, Raggy. It's not too bad with Tricera, because like, this is the same sort of thing as I was saying before. Tricera can sort of spin on its axis, so it has 360 degrees of coverage, but if you're like me and you play Stego as your heavy, and you have to unanchor to reorientate, it's... Ugh.
Papito Swalito just followed.
Papito Swalito, thank you for the follow, welcome in. A watermelon smoothie? See, at least that's normal. I'd like you to know the garlic and onion smoothie is real. You can fucking keep that shit to yourself. Yeah, so Tricera is not bad. Because it can shoot behind itself. But if you play Stego, you still got a bit of an issue because you've still got to like uphinge yourself to turn around and shoot behind you, which sucks. I played Tricera in the last beta because you only started off with like one striker.
Ready to strike.
So I started off with Tricera because I used to love playing Stego, and Stego wasn't an option, so I was just like, yeah, fuck, I'll start off with Tricera and see how it goes. I loved Tricera, it was so good. It was an amazing boy.
Ready to strike. Falcon. Ready
I'm
to
never
strike.
going to your town ever, Balian. Ever. That sounds like disaster. What do we got? Panther, Falcon, Inferno, Skyraider, Serenith, and Stego. So we have no healers. Proceed to the 3 terminals, seize the keys, upload the keys. Yeah, think of the hydrate. I don't know why I'm playing Stego. You main Stellaris? Oh, you won't find many friends here, buddy.
Pilot proceeding on board.
Stellaris the Broken. Not quite as broken as Falcon, but definitely broken. Genuinely recommend coming here, to be honest. The place is worse than Bogan Country.
Light bridge initiated.
I mean, if that's what you're putting in your smoothies, then hell yeah, it's worse than Bogan Country. At least rednecks you can sort of kind of maybe deal with. I'm gonna fail horribly, horribly at this game. This is not the game. Our team is not built for this. I'm gonna play just full survival mode in this. This is gonna be horrible. Do I think the game would benefit from a roll queue system? That is a good question. That's a very good question. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Probably not, because I think people just play whatever is busted at the time. So like Mr. Falcon up there who can't be fucking touched, who is just gonna harass me all fucking game because nobody else can. Joke's on you, Stellaris, you're in here with me now. As I get worked over by every melee in the book. I think what the game would benefit from, honestly and truthfully, is the ability to change what striker you use mid-game. I feel like that would benefit the game more than anything. I think it would really, really benefit. Like, I went into this game with Stego, for just as a rough example.
Enemy down.
And I picked Stego knowing that it was a poor choice.
Double kill.
I knew it was a poor choice.
Ready for deployment.
But
Stego, ready to hold down the front line.
yeah, exactly, Balian.
Fire control system unlocked.
Ah, you bastard.
About to lay down the barrage.
It locked onto the Stego on me.
Skyraider here. The sky is ours.
Let me catch it. Why did I move forward there?
Key generated at point A.
I just don't like
Enemy
committing to a shit game. Like, you drop in, you don't know what the enemy team is going to be. So you kind of just got to deal with it. And sometimes the enemy team just has a setup that's like the last game, for example. Like how they had so many melee strikers that it just...
Stego, ready to hold down the front line.
how they had so many melee strikers that it was just never going to end well for our team, for example. Like, there was nothing we could have done that last game to fix that. Stellaris is absolutely broken.
Inferno, about to lay down the barrage.
Stellaris is absolutely busted. Anything that can stay stealth for as long as it does and be able to fully function is just not the one. And everybody's all like, we'll just use Falcon to counter it. It's like, one counter does not make it okay.
Enemy down.
The fucking grappling hook is a bullshit mechanic and should just not be in the kit, full stop.
Striker ready. Switching to boarding mode.
I would be okay with it if its fucking 16-second cloak was 6 seconds.
Fire control system unlocked.
But that's it.
Inferno, about to lay down the barrage.
Like I said, it's not the most broken striker in the game. That title goes to the fucking asshole that's shooting me in the back at the moment. This mongrel that I just cannot do anything about because, you know.
Key generates at point A in 30 seconds. Energy low.
I thought somebody got that key. I thought I saw one of their guys grab it.
Energy low. Shield offline. Key generated at assist.
I have never had an issue in Overwatch, at least. I never played Marvel Rivals, so
Enemy secure key.
I've never had any issue in Overwatch where people counterpick.
Warning.
Unless there is an issue, like a serious issue.
Serenade, set to disrupt enemy defense.
Weapon not ready.
Inferno, about to lay down the
Enemy down.
barrage.
Defeat.
I kind of stopped playing as much because we get high ping every game and the input lag is super bad. Is that in this Oz Synergy or is that in something else?
MVP.
Welkin ain't something to mess with.
No, no. In Mecha, yeah, I agree with that. We lowly Australians don't seem to have very good luck with the matchmaking as to where we get decent pings. I've had this complaint for a while now, though. For some reason, it always routes us through into the worst possible place. I don't know why it does it. But yes, it is definitely an issue that I have because a lot of the time, like the 200 is too much. 120, 130 I can kind of deal with, but the 200 is too much. We do have our own servers. There's a server in Sydney. It's just, it doesn't route to... It routes, like, depending on who's here. Thank you for the headbats, by the way. So, I think it just sort of majority rules which server it uses. I believe, is how it works. I could be wrong, but that's just a pure observation. So, like, if there's a majority of Japanese players, it'll just be like, here, have Japanese server. It won't be like, okay, well, we've got 3 people in Japan, 2 people in Australia, a couple of people in Indonesia, a few people in Malaysia. We'll sort of plonk it in the middle. You know, we'll go with, like, Singapore or something. It doesn't do that. It's just like, no. Majority are in Japan, have Japan server. And it's just like, dude, please. Please. But yeah, no, like I said, I've never played Rivals, Marvel Rivals, and I will never play Marvel Rivals. But I've never had anybody in Overwatch blatantly swap to counter something else unless it was, like, what they were up against was just a hard counter, like a Stonewall counter. And I mean, typically that is like one person will change, not the whole team will just constantly cycle through. So yeah, I do believe that swapping between, maybe even if they just sort of limited it to a couple of times a game, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a game. Because I mean, usually if you have to change, it's for a reason. Like, it's because, oh, I've picked Stego in a match I probably shouldn't have picked Stego in. Like, I had a fucking brain fart. Ah, I get what you mean, like filtering it. Yeah.
Hurricane, ready to strike. Stego,
I'm with ya.
ready to strike. Aquila, ready to strike. Falcon, ready to strike.
Yeah, it would be nice, but I feel like maybe that would sort of limit it a little bit. I liked Mecha BREAK a lot. I used to have a lot of faith in this game. I've been watching them slowly try and balance things though, and it's
Lumine, ready to strike.
their balancing system is not the one. It's clearly the developers don't play their own game. It's one of those balancing systems. And I don't like those balancing systems. It's one of the... When one mech can take down everything except one other mech, there's a balance issue that should be addressed. Not a, it's fine, we'll leave it alone, you know? Numbers are good, said the dev with that QA behind it.
Stego,
yeah.
Ready to hold down
Yeah.
the front line.
Objective.
Oh, random Alistus. Hello! I realized, see, like, this Stellaris behind me is just gonna chew me up, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Ugh. Falcon needs to be put in the fucking dirt. Falcon, I've said this before. Falcon would be balanced if they made it use 50% more energy to do anything. Falcon would be balanced. Oh, I can't beat that Stego because it's getting healed. Okay. Where is my healer? I very clearly have a healer here. I don't know where it is. I would give it a consume nerf, honestly. Can I catch that stego? You fell out of your own box, you twit.
Cover friendly unit.
Insufficient engine output.
Yeah, I'm out of juice. Dev said if they nerf Welkin Spin and Tricera and Stego, teams go unchecked, but... Well, I was watching. That's alright. We're gonna lose anyway. What was it? The dev said if they nerf Welkin Spin, then Tricera and Stego teams go unchecked, but I think if they don't nerf it, then it just screws over every melee class that tries to challenge. Welkin is an ultra heavy, or a super heavy, or whatever they call it. No other melee class should be able to headbutt a Welkin. I'm sorry. That's just, you know, its size.
Stego, ready to hold down the front line.
I'm just gonna come in here and dodge anyway. I don't know where my team is.
Stellaris, sneaking up for a backline ambush.
Ow.
Amateur.
Yeah, so the crystals, as long as you don't break them, if you can stand next to them, you get a reach shot. You still get a energy boost if you like break them, but obviously if you don't break them, the crystals stay there
Hold
and
down the front line.
they can be used indefinitely.
Fire control system unlocked.
Like, see how I'm just getting pulverized here and my team is doing nothing about it? That's not the one. And there's nothing I can do about that. We have a Hurricane. We have a Falcon. We have a Stellaris. We have an Elysinus.
Enemy down.
They know who the threat is. Like, we have enough heavy hitters in that sort of melee bracket that we shouldn't have this much of an issue. I do believe that the Welkin probably does have an abnormally high win rate, but the problem is that it's probably determined from the Chinese service. My giant robot ass is too big of a target, though. Yeah.
Initiating ejection
I'm watching chat, as you can probably tell. I'm not actually fucking watching it. This is a loss. I know this is a loss. I'm not gonna fight it. I don't doubt that Welkins probably do have an abnormally high win rate, but you would think, just hear me out, that if there's two Welkins, how can you determine which one has an abnormally high win rate, sort of thing? Like, Welkin is going to have an abnormally high win rate because it is the only one of its class. Like, it has no peer.
Falcon here. The sky is ours.
You know, Elysinus has Panther. Elysinus now has Stellaris. Welkin has no contender. Stego has Tricera. Narukami has Aquila. Like, nearly all of them have at least one peer. Welkin has nothing, which is why I think it's stupid that they're going, ah, yeah, we're gonna nerf Welkin. Based on what?
Welkin ain't something to mess with.
Like, what are you basing... What are you basing Welkin's performance on? Welkin doesn't have a peer. How can you base its performance on something? You know? Like, that's stupid balancing methodology. And I mean, how do you determine that abnormally high win rate? What happens if one Welkin has always got a pocket healer and one Welkin is always just solo and just never seems to have a healer? You know, just... The problem... Okay, Balian, you know what it would be? This is my educated guess as to where the abnormally high win rate comes from. So, they would have basic usage statistics of all of the strikers, right? That have basic usage statistics. And what it would be is, on a winning team, did the winning team have a Welkin? Yes, no. And I would wager that that abnormally high win rate is, does the team have a Welkin on it? Yes, the team has one, the Welkin has one. That would be what the abnormally high win rate of it would be. Thank you for the hydrate. It's the same sort of balancing methodology as like what Shade mentioned a minute ago, and we mentioned this earlier when I was talking about the nerfs and buffs that are coming. Stego and Tricera together are strong, so we're gonna nerf both of them. Okay, so what happens if they're not together? So both are gonna be individually weaker. Katana attachments is the answer. I should start playing Stellaris just because I fucking hate it. Well, Falcon has Sky Raider. Whether or not you consider it a peer, it is a peer. Like it's kind of the same as Aquila and Narukami. Narukami's a light, Aquila's a super heavy. They're still peers. They do the same job, you know. It's just one hides on the side of one hides on the side of a building, the other flies in the sky, you know. That's literally the difference. But Welkin does not have a peer, like, of the super heavies, of the things that could contest it, which is Tricera, Stego, Inferno, Hurricane. Hurricane and Inferno are peers. They more or less do the same job. They're both, you know, beam spewers. Yeah, but have you... I mentioned this earlier before. I get why you think I haven't really touched it, because, you know, I always gloss over this because it's, you know, I've made my displeasure with Falcon known a billion fucking times. They won't touch Falcon because they seem to think that it has a high skill ceiling. So you do have a lot of players, like, how many times have you guys seen me play Aquila and you'll see a Falcon? Not so much anymore because I'm in the higher tiers, but in the lower tiers, you'll see a Falcon that'll just fly straight at me and I could fucking shoot that prick with 400 ping because he's not doing anything, you know? He's just like, I'm gonna charge straight at you. And, you know, half the time I'll knock him down before he can even get a shot off because he's not even trying. And then you've got the other half of everybody who knows how to play Falcon, knows they can't be fucking hit, basically. You know, you've got to... You could be a non-violent healer mech. I could play the hula hoop, you are right. I did like the hula hoop in the second beta. It was fun. But yeah, like... you've got to remember that Falcon follows the rule of cool, okay? It flies, it's fancy, especially now with like, hang on, wait. Where is it? So especially with this, it's like, oh, look at the really, like, you can't even fucking see it. But you guys, most of you have seen the videos. Oh, hang on. Yeah. So it's all pretty. It's pretty. Look at the pretty colors. It's all fancy and nice and sleek. This thing has the rule of cool, right? It flies. You know, most people, half the people who play it probably don't realize, but when they do like spinnies and flippies and shit in the air, like they're invulnerable. Well, not invulnerable, but they have like a no target timer. So you've got this thing, which is basically just this beautiful, wonderful whole like flagship mech. It's the fucking current poster child of Mecha BREAK. Elysia's got fucking kicked into the dirt. And like, they're not, people pick it. So you've got to understand that the people who are deadweight Falcons are probably just, the number of deadweight Falcons is probably just as high as the number of good Falcons. And so Falcon's win rate is probably sitting pretty even. So this is why balancing in the way they're doing, which I'm going to assume they're balancing this way because they've noted Welkin's win rate. So I would wager that they're not looking at a class until an issue presents itself. So Welkin is presenting as, hello Laura, Welkin is presenting as a striker with an abnormally high win rate. Okay, clearly something is wrong with Welkin. Let's do something about it. Next, I would say that people are probably looking at, you know, the Stego Tricera unity. And they're probably going, well, these teams with a Stego and a Tricera are also doing particularly well. So maybe we need to look at those. And because they've started to look at that issue, they've gone, oh, okay, there's an issue. Now, I'm not saying that nerfing both of them because they work well together is a good idea. That's a fucking shit idea. Like, that is just take your fucking brain out and throw it against the wall fix. But if Falcon doesn't present itself with an issue, which it probably won't, because I would probably say, and bear in mind again, from what I've seen, they are only balancing based on the Chinese servers. I do not have any indicator that they are balancing on global servers, only Chinese servers. And that just comes from, like, stuff that I've seen circulating on closed forums. So there's no hard evidence. Bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. But if everybody just sort of plays their own game and sort of like... The issue is that a lot of people are going to go, well, if Falcon's broken, and we know Falcon's broken... let's not talk about it. Let's just leave it. Let's just pretend there's not a problem with it. That way, if our team has a Falcon and the other team doesn't, we have a bonus. You know, we've got the upper hand. Yeah. I would say it's that. I'm not saying it's only that. Like, there is obviously other stuff to it. And I would say that the main problem, well, the main thing would be that there is so much deadweight Falcon that is sort of bringing down that average win rate with Falcon. Like, if I played Falcon, because I've never played Falcon, I have played it in training, and it's very uncomfortable for me to play. I find the bindings to do the flips and shit, I find them very uncomfortable. My fucking fingers just don't like it. I can probably do it with practice, but I'm not going to invest that much time in practicing. So, yeah. But Yeah, I would say that because Falcon is not presenting as a problem child, they won't look at it. And because they're currently poster childing it, they won't touch it. At least until the poster child is done and dusted. And then maybe, no promises, maybe they'll look at it and go, yes, maybe it is a bit broken. I think it comes back to his spin being so OP, just getting stun locked and melted by an attack that can't be countered, and the Beta Panther's charge attack couldn't be parried, and it was an awful mech to fight. In most of the betas, I played Stego and Tricera, so I haven't had too many issues with Panther just because, you know, they hit a turret mode. The turret mode doesn't move, you know? I can understand how that would be problematic, though. I think Panther slowly got fucking beaten down, though. Panther doesn't seem half as bad as what I remember it being. They seem to have really sort of... I think Panther's in a good place. I feel like Panther is in a good place.
Stellaris, ready to strike. Welkin, ready to strike. Stego, ready to strike.
But
Tricera, ready to strike.
people... The thing is, though, I've seen a lot of talk. So I'm in the community contributor program, right? So I have like a separate set of Discord chats and shit that I see. I've seen a lot of people complaining about Falcon and Stellaris. Like huge amounts of people complaining about Falcon and Stellaris. And there's an equal number of people that sort of sit there and go, there's nothing wrong with it. But like the people who have a complaint about them always have, like they have their complaints, like they have them picked out. But the people who defend them never have counters. They're just like, no, leave it alone. It's not broken. There's nothing wrong with it. And I find that to be pretty telling. Now, because the developer's just going to look at the number of people complaining about something as opposed to how many people are defending it, you know, it's one of those things. But I can't see them changing Falcon or Stellaris anytime soon. Stellaris is their next poster child. Stellaris is the next paid mecha. So they won't touch Stellaris.
Stego, off we go.
Because touching Stellaris is going to fucking
down the front line.
put that in the ground.
Objective, seize data nodes and gain control of the facility. Fire control system unlocked.
Capture the node.
So yeah, there's without knowing exactly how they're passing their information, it's going to be really hard to know exactly how they're properly balancing things, but I would say they're being very lazy about it. That would be my bet. I would say they're being hugely lazy about it. I'm coming, my brother Tricera! The Welkin's in here too. Now, I, however, am a firm believer, as I said, that no matter what people think of Welkin, they should not nerf it until they've introduced the next striker, which is going to be a Welkin peer. The Welkin peer is going to be the next striker that's introduced. And I feel that that is something they shouldn't have ever... They shouldn't have changed it until that. I think it's a very foolish thing to do that. Because now you're going to have Welkin, which is probably going to be nerfed. By probably, I mean definitely going to be nerfed. And you don't have anything to base that nerf on. Like, you just kind of like, ah yes, well, we're nerfing this. We don't really know the purpose or the reason we're nerfing it. It's just overperforming. But like I said earlier when I first started this little rant, it's like, well, it's overperforming by comparison to what exactly? Like, what is it overperforming against? It has no peer to compare it against. Which is why, yeah, I think they probably should have released the next one, given it a couple of weeks, and gone, okay, Welkin is still in a pretty bad spot.
Enemy down.
I don't typically play, so I only play Stego. I only play Stego and Aquila. And you weren't here, you came in a lot later after I had this conversation, but the only time as an Aquila or a Stego I've died in the Welkin's box is if I was going to die anyway. Like, the Welkin probably didn't need to put me in the box to begin with.
Go offline. Fire control system unlocked. A captured by enemy. Energy low.
Stellaris, sneaking up for a backline ambush.
Weapon node A captured.
Sky Raider here. The sky is ours.
Please focus firepower on the target.
Node C.
Well, this is my life.
Panther diving into ambush.
But yeah, I don't know, that's my personal experience. The box is bad, yeah, but I've never found it to be a death sentence unless I was going to die anyway. But see, I don't play, you know, Panther or Stellaris or anything else like that.
Double kill.
And frankly, I'm gonna be honest, if a Stellaris is complaining about being put in the box without taking into account how badly they can mess up every other class in the game, I mean, that's just... It's not the one, it's not something... I feel like Stellaris is so broken at the moment that they don't get the right to complain about anything. That's probably a cruel statement, but I would say the same about Falcon.
Welcome. Ready to pick off some stragglers.
B captured by enemy. Shield online.
Sky Raider here. The sky is ours. Stellaris, sneaking up for a backline ambush.
Look, honestly, I'm okay with the Stego's missiles. I know a lot of people might complain about it, but I honestly think the missiles on the Stego are fine. I don't, you know, it's just the risk you pay for having extra firepower. It's got to be done in the open, you know?
Enemy down.
I don't feel like the Stego's missiles should be changed just because, you know, maybe they shoot a little high or something.
Shield offline. Panther diving into ambush.
Is that Stego still alive? It is too.
Node C captured by enemy. Shield online.
The other thing is, like, half of them do shoot out straight up the top. Like, this little rack that's on my left shoulder, that's one of the missile racks that shoots straight up, so... It's just where the missiles are located on Stego's body.
Offline. No C captured. Not ready. Shield offline. No B captured by enemy.
Do we?
Assist.
Very good. But no, I don't think there's anything wrong with Stego's missiles in that respect anyway. I feel like Stego's missiles are just fine the way they are. Like, it's the price you pay. You not touch Mecha BREAK in like a week?
Welcome. Ready to pick off some stragglers.
A lot of them do, like, I have seen Mecha BREAK's numbers drop off substantially. Mecha BREAK has not been having a good time, but I mean, that's a result of
Mode B captured.
poor balancing, really.
Node C captured. Enemy down.
Yeah, Con and I were gonna get into a
AP.
community thing constantly, but Con's been really busy,
Saves
so
the day.
we have been struggling to organize the community thing. I don't really know. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Like, we were supposed to do it last week, but there was a misunderstanding last week. I don't know when there is... Con's off next week. Maybe we'll do something next Friday, maybe? Or this Friday? This Friday? This Friday. I'm not committing to that because obviously I need Con to sort of second that, but yeah, we'll probably have to do something. Maybe Sunday. She's off on Sunday as well. I don't know. I'll have a talk to her, and if we do come to a solution, we'll make the post. I am also going to take a quick loo break while I wait for this, so I will be back, guys.
Aquila, ready to strike. Falcon, ready to strike.
That is exactly right. That is
Panther,
exactly right,
ready to
Synergy.
strike.
Unfortunately.
Lumine,
Although I
ready
don't
to
recall
strike.
Overwatch being too bad. I played on the Asia
Ready to
servers for
strike.
Overwatch, and Overwatch was actually really good. But for whatever reason, these Asian servers don't really seem to be very good. I'm gonna regret
Pilot
this, but I don't
pursuit on
care.
board.
Just gonna go with it. We're gonna lose. See, now, the other benefit now is, too, by the way, that in the casual unranked games, you can actually do your weekly missions. So on the plus side, we can just, whenever we do decide to do a community game now, we can just queue up in casual and, you know, do casual games.
Diffuse all core items
which is actually really, really cool. I don't care so much about my rank, but I think Con cares a little about what rank she ends up in, so... yeah. It's a good thing that we can actually commit to just doing casual games. Casual is actually way better for ping too. I've played a couple, but I haven't actually looked at it because the queue times tend to be a lot longer, but... Oh, we have a Pinaka. I didn't notice that. Is that my box or their box? I can't see. I don't know if they have a Pinaka. I think that was our Pinaka. Get away from me. Am I gonna stay? I'm gonna stay.
Illuminate. Locking in to harass enemy defense.
Yeah, see that fucking Welkin is just waiting to get healed. Meanwhile, I'm just getting slowly worked down. I was never gonna win that. High ping in a competitive game is no from me. I've been complaining about the netcode in this game from day one. So that's not abnormal. Like, I've been complaining that it really shouldn't be as bad as it is.
Stego, ready to hold down the front line.
Like, I'm not expecting it to be, you know, amazing. But I am expecting it to be a little bit better. I take it, am I winning some? I am winning somewhat, yes.
Energy low. Falcon here. The sky is ours.
Somewhat is where I will leave that statement, because I am winning somewhat. I think that's their Stego that just parked in behind me.
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
BP Mac, yes, BP Mac. No, I'm not having a very good time. Not today. Today is not the day for good times. So I'm just kind of, I don't know why I'm still playing ranked. I probably shouldn't be because I'm probably stitching myself up hard, but... yeah, anyway, like I said. Maybe I will just go to casual after this and just try and finish my Aquila mission. I don't know if I will be able to, but you know, maybe. Maybe they got budget servers or something in case the delay isn't bad in games. Like, hold until you're over 150, then you didn't even feel it. I feel it. At the moment, like, it's 200 ping. I feel it. I feel it, Mr. Krabs.
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
I'm also not exactly trying at the moment, so... I think this Stego has it out for me. This Stego's been trying very hard to kill me for a little while now. And I part of me cares and a part of me doesn't care. A part of me's just like, yeah, well, if he wants to have a crack at me, he can have a crack at me. Another part of me's just like, eh.
Iridokutsu just raided with 12 views.
Hey, Worry, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for the raid. How are you? Are you good?
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
Like, where I'm going now, I'm about to get mauled. Hey, Sticks!
Pieces_sticks just raided.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
13
Based on my
views.
experience with high ping and other games, we shouldn't feel input delay at 120. I am okay at 120. Sticks and Stone raid?
Falcon here.
What were you two up to?
Panther, diving into ambush.
I am, I'm gonna be a little distracted, but I will try to... Oh, I'm not gonna be distracted at all. What's going on, guys? What were you two up to?
Defeat.
I was playing this earlier, then I switched to Vintage Story. I am not doing well at all in this at the moment. I am doing horribly.
Welkin ain't something to mess with.
Let's switch this over to casual and just try and get this last Aquila mission done. Play Sky Raider and I do pretty well. I have not been doing well for a hot minute, but that's a ping issue. I'm gonna complain about ping. I'm gonna sound like a right loser. That's all right, because I've got other Australians in the chat who'll back me up. I have other Australians in the chat that'll back me up for once. I have defense. I have witnesses. You don't Sticks in Vintage Story last minute, then continue for like 3 hours? So I'm assuming you had fun then. The mech you are playing sums up fuck everyone in my proximity, just chucks missiles. It does, Biotech. It is an amazing mech. I love it. Don't you have to play on Chinese servers? No, Chinese... Dude, what world do you live in? China gets their own servers. China is not allowed to associate with the rest of the world. I don't know where you get your misinformation from. China has never been allowed to associate on their own servers. We play on the Asia servers, Southeast Asia. Which are localized, they're just locally spotted throughout Asia. Southeast Asia. So there's servers in Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Sydney. I believe they are. I think there's one. I feel like there's one more. I thought there was 5. Ow. That's a fucking big bear. Holy shit. Live somewhere closer to the servers? I can't. They're in different countries. Like, all different countries. I don't get a choice. Like, some days I can get the Sydney servers, some days I'll get the Japan servers, some days I'll get all sorts of different servers. It's, yeah. I don't really get a choice. The game sort of picks for me. I just have to deal with the consequences. Sticks. Even if I move to a different country, it can still pick a server outside of the country.
Injecting coaxium particles. Pilot sync rate stable.
Like, I could move to Japan and then it could give me an Australian server.
Annihilate the apostles that have infiltrated Sky City. First squad to 8 kills wins the round. Secure 2 rounds out of the next 3 attacks to stop their plan.
Or a Singapore server.
Aquila, off we go. Aquila,
Yeah, no,
ready
Asia
to
always gets
provide
lumped
aerial
into one
cover.
big basket.
Optical camera drone. Fire control.
See, so today I'm on an Australian server.
Neutralize
Huzzah!
all hostile strikers and safeguard Sky City. Mobility
Airdrop Tibs into Con's place.
Check it out. Check it out.
Energy low. First kill.
Mongrel. Airdrop Tibs into Con's place. She seems to get good ping relatively consistently. Yeah. It's because the majority of the players are in Japan, so Japan tends to get pretty good ping most of the time. I didn't realize I was that dead. I wouldn't mind going to Japan. I don't know if I'd live very well there, but I wouldn't mind it. This probably just ran away from Eliseness to kill me. That's rude. I was the first kill on our team. That face.
Ready for deployment.
I don't want to have to fight this fucking Aquila all day, though. That's not the one.
Ready to provide aerial cover.
Target required.
Damn it.
Stabilize.
That fucking Aquila has got a healer on him.
Target required.
Stop! Alright, I have a healer on me. Bring it! Does have better network infrastructure? I mean, that wouldn't be hard.
Mobility kit deactivated.
Check it out.
Now, my concern is that that Aquila is shooting very accurately, very consistently.
Warning. You are leaving the combat zone. Warning.
Like, very accurately, very consistently.
Initiating ejection sequence.
And I didn't even get to see the kill cam because the game ended.
Landing area.
But I'd like to point out, when that Welkin dropped, he followed that down
New round has begun.
very accurately.
Fire control system unlocked. Unavailable. Enemy down. Stabilizing.
Man's just a good shot. I don't know, man. When somebody just drops straight down like that and their crosshair follows them straight down, I got questions.
Weapon not ready.
Speaking of questions, he should be coming back soon.
Check it out.
Hey, you mean no you? I don't get the joke. I don't understand joke. I can lock that laziness down until it... Yeah. Alright, that didn't work well.
Mobility kit activated. Mobility kit deactivated.
Yeah. See, now, let's just have a look, because he just did kill me.
Initiating ejection.
So, let's just have a quick goosey at how this goes. constantly shooting me without a lock? Yeah. I don't know. That's not enough info.
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
Mobility kit deactivated.
My and the laziness. Fucking get me.
Initiating ejection sequence.
Yeah, no, you see how his crosshair is just slowly following me? I'm afraid I'm gonna have to call a hard fucking no on that one.
Landing area.
That's a little too sus for me.
The new round.
Am I leaving the combat zone? Maybe.
Fire control system unlocked.
Thank you for the hydrate, by the way.
Unavailable. Fire from front.
I have noticed this, by the way. So this is a legitimate thing that I have noticed with people that I have seen that are using aimbots. If, like, did you see how his name sometimes pops up within range? If he can't see my name, it doesn't lock me. That's the one thing I've noticed.
Mobility kit activated. Fire from front.
So you can sometimes outrange them.
This won't be the last time.
The guy executes me like he's fucking accomplished something. Guy has a healer healing him. I'm just on my own up here. Yeah, so see how he's just tracking me left and right?
Enemy down.
That's not the one, guys.
Striker ready. Switch.
It's very unfortunate.
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
Sword armor online.
Yeah. Hey, fuck that. Oh, I should have won that.
Initiating ejection sequence.
I can only do so much, man. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't see a lot of it though, thankfully.
Enemy down.
I don't typically see a lot of people cheat, which is good, but I do see enough.
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
Oh god, the whole team's here.
Unavailable. Unavailable.
I just put 2 shots into that stego. It should have been enough to kill it. It's still alive.
Activated.
Take it out.
Energy low. Enemy down.
Damn it.
Mobility kit activated. Weapon not ready. Warning. You are leaving.
Okay. We pulled the victory. I don't know how, but yeah. I get a little bit concerned when somebody's crosshair just constantly drifts after me. Especially when the dashing should throw somebody out. You know, when I dash 3 times left, then go right, and it just constantly tracks me the whole way. That's a little tiny bit up. Just a tiny little bit sus.
There's no escape from Stego's barrage.
But yeah, it's dodgy. It's very dodgy. I don't even know if I can see it. If it's... Oh yeah, you can see it. This man. It's, yeah, it's a thing. I usually do see snipers doing it. It's not always Aquilas. It's not always snipers. I mean, I have seen other people do it, but yeah, it's the most egregious on them. And you can usually tell because, like I said, the crosshair just constantly drifts after somebody. And people just don't typically play like that. Like, people are usually very eager to chase somebody down. And it was the other thing was, too, that, like, his, when that Welkin just dropped out of the sky, he just tracked him straight down. It's just, you know, there's certain things that sort of catch down. It's a little bit harder in this game to sort of identify it than it is in, like, Call of Duty and stuff. In Call of Duty, it's really easy to see because people are just like... I don't know, the replays in this are a little bit slack, I guess. Kind of reminds me a little bit of World of Warships, the replays in World of Warships. It's not as bad, but it reminds me of it. It's reminisce of the World of Warships replays.
Ready to strike.
I'm never gonna get the map that I need.
Ready to strike. Pilot proceeding on board.
I'm stuck with the maps that I don't need to get my mission done. But yeah, the one thing that I have noticed is that they always seem to struggle once your name leaves their viewpoint. Like once they can no longer see like your health bar and stuff. Once it sort of breaches that range.
Injecting coaxium particles.
Whatever ability to aim they have always seems to just stop.
Obtain keys from 3 data terminals to see if the base's main turret. A key will periodically be generated at one of 3
And
data
that
terminals.
is... I find that curious. But I mean, I suppose if the... whatever third-party program they're using can't actually identify somebody because of that,
Ready to
then,
provide aerial cover.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I would like a game without an Aquila, though, so that I can, you know...
Objective. Secure and upload keys to the main turret.
just have an easy game. I'm about to get my ass handed to me because he has a pocket healer.
First kill.
And I do not. I don't even... Do we have a healer? We don't have a healer at all, so I'm just kind of on my own. Woo!
Mobility kit activated.
Damn it. So this is gonna be my life right here.
This won't be the last time.
This is gonna be my life the whole game, is him slugging me out, and then me slugging him out, and then him slugging me out. Because I don't have a healer, so I'm kind of just
Enemy
stuck
down.
dealing with what's going on.
Ready for deployment.
Sad face. This is why I should play healer.
Ready to provide aerial cover.
That was two horrible, horrible shots.
Fire from front. Mobility kit activated. Armor offline. Key generates at point A. Enemy down.
Because he did it to me. You never heard of a band called Bury Tomorrow? They're a metal group from the UK. I have not. I have not heard of this group.
Weapon not ready. Key secured. Provide
Go get
cover.
that key.
I'm not good at this. I haven't played Aquila for a hot minute.
Key generated at point A.
I do need to get out of here though, because that Aquila is going to drop back in, and I am not going to be able to... Yeah, there he is there. I'm not going to be able to fight that Aquila with no health bar. Like, it's going to be a big fucking ask. Nope. Nope. You can kill me, Panther, I don't care, but I'm gonna delay the shit out of you.
Carrier down. Key null.
Better go get that key. Hurricane! Coming in to draw enemy fire!
Weapon not ready.
They're pretty good. They just released a new album like a week ago.
Initiate key generates at
I don't really listen to a lot of new music these days. I don't really know why. Probably because I don't have a lot of time to sort of sit down and just listen to shit. So I'm kind of just, I go to just like comfort music, if that makes
enemy
sense.
down. Ready for deployment.
I just go to what I know is good, and we just go from there.
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
Key generated at point B.
Better go get that key.
Assist.
Who shot him? Inferno.
Hurricane! Coming in to draw enemy fire!
I always feel like I'm doing nothing shooting at Eliseness, I'm gonna be honest.
Weapon not ready.
Oh my god.
Warning.
I fucking
You
give
are
up.
leaving the combat.
Shouldn't be playing Aquila at all. There is one way I could probably beat this Aquila,
Unavailable.
and this is not it.
Key generates at point C in 30 seconds. Mobility kit deactivated. Initiating.
I didn't think I was gonna beat him. He got 2 shots on me as a head start. There's a lot of metal bands and rock bands that I've wanted to sort of not get into, but listen to, just see how they go. But
Down.
just have never had time to sort of sit down and appreciate the music like I used to. Like I used to have a job where I had like a lot of not free time, but I had like a lot of music time.
Ready to provide aerial cover.
I don't know if that's what you would call it, but
Unavailable. Enemy carrier down. Mobility kit deactivated.
oh my god, he hit me on the way down. That was a good shot. 10 out of 10.
Initiating ejection sequence.
I was also very lazy at trying to do that.
Enemy down. Ready for the
But yeah, so I don't really have that sort of... Because usually if I need to...
Ready to provide aerial cover.
key generated.
How
at
can I say it?
point
Better go get that key.
If I'm listening to something, it's usually like
A. Warning. Solar
comfort
storm
music and I don't have
detected.
anything
Seek
else to
cover
do, but
immediately.
usually I need audio, so I'm not listening to music, if that makes sense.
Hurricane! Coming in to draw enemy fire!
Assist. Key secured. Provide cover. Weapon not ready. Enemy down.
Fair, fair. I can definitely recommend these guys though, or if you ever get time to check out anything new.
Unavailable.
Yeet. Oh, the door!
Key generates at point C in 30 seconds. Warning. You are leaving the combat zone. Fire from front. Solar storm suspended. 180 seconds. Mobility.
Yeah, no, I don't...
Victory.
Let me, now that I'm not actually trying to concentrate, let me fucking word better, because I worded really, really shit there. So, I used to have a job where I could just listen to music all day, so what I did was sort of it was a muscle memory job, so, you know, unless I was literally taking a call or something, I was listening to music the whole way. The whole day. Obviously, with this, it's a lot harder, like, I could listen to music, but I need to make sure it can't be copyright. I'm usually not listening to the music because I'm usually talking to you guys. Yeah, and anytime I do something else, it's usually like I'm recording or I'm talking to somebody else or there's a bunch of different things which kind of rely on me having a clear head. Like if I'm trying to record something, yeah, I probably could listen to music, but you know, my microphone might pick it up. I might start singing a fucking song if it's a fucking song I really like, you know. Maybe it'll just interrupt my flow of thought. So it makes it like really, really complicated for me to just listen to music with what I do now, which kind of sucks. So anytime I do get free time, I'm usually just, you know, 90s rock. This is where we're at. 90s rock, 2000s rock, 80s rock, you know. It's just comfort music to me because I know I can just put it on, I'll enjoy it. That sort of shit, you know.
Aleseness. Ready
Oh,
to
I don't want Aleseness. What have you done to me? They've kicked me off my fucking striker. I'm gonna play hula hoops.
Sky Raider. Ready to strike.
fuck it. You know what I'm gonna play? I've never played it. Can I play it? No, someone's done it. I was gonna say I'll play Stellaris.
Pinaka, ready to strike.
I'll play with the hula hoop. I don't know what we're doing.
Aquila,
Seize
ready to
keys,
strike.
upload keys to central launch. So I probably should be playing Lumine, but that's alright. I'm not very good at Lumine, so I'm more familiar with Pinaka.
Stellaris.
I don't
ready
like
to
Lumine,
strike.
but I don't like Lumine because of the heads-up display. I find the heads-up display for Lumine very, very lacking.
Pilot proceeding on board.
Biscuit time? Biscuit. Biscuit. I like the hula hoop though, because it's like, the hula hoop is either with me and I can use it, or the hula hoop is not with me and it's with somebody else.
Crate stable. Mind bridge initiated.
Obtain launch keys from 3 data terminals to restart the rocket launch. A key will periodically be generated at one of the
Nice and simple, you know?
Obtain and upload the keys. to
Lumine is
the
like you shoot a drone on somebody, the drone sits on them for,
Pinaka.
I don't know,
Off we
like
go.
6 seconds or 8 seconds or something.
Pinaka.
And then you've got to try and figure out whether or not you need to replace the drone, and drones stack twice, so you've got to try and be like, well, do I have 2 drones on this person? I don't know.
Objective. Warning. You are
Me? I just have a hula hoop. Cheese wall is done. Now time for biscuit wall.
Key generates at point A in 60 seconds. Fire from multiple sides.
Yeah.
Stabilizing. Target required.
As I'm trying to heal the Aquila, but the Aquila keeps running away. I deserve that.
Initiating ejection sequence.
I should have just left that Aquila to his fucking end.
Enemy down. Ready for deployment. Landing area confirmed. Landing area.
Pinaka.
Biscuit wall
Moving
sounds
in to
tasty,
fix our
though.
strikers up.
Biscuit wall sounds yummy.
Aquila! Ready to provide aerial cover?
Fire control system unlocked. Key generated at point
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
A. Assist. Weapon not ready.
Drop drones.
Offline. Assist. Weapon not ready.
Did they change the lock? I used to be able to drop those fucking barriers on people.
Assist.
It's mostly dough and butter.
Secured key. Intercept. Weapon not assist. Assist.
May as well just wait here.
Fire from front. Key generated at point B.
Melt him! Melt him! Come here, Dago!
Enemy down. Key secured. Provide cover. Weapon not ready. Fire from behind.
This is not the one, by the way. I don't know what I'm getting shot by. Is that an Araka? No. See, that's why I say the Serenith doesn't need a buff. The Serenith's cannon is literally a fucking micro Narukami. It's really horrible, and I don't think it should have that charge. I think that charge is horrible. That's the only real complaint I have about Serenith, though, honestly. Well, actually, I have a complaint about one of its abilities. Once its fluid armor runs out, it has an ability that lets it just be immune to, like, manual, automatic targeting. That's a bit ordinary.
Energy low. Key secured. Provide cover. Weapon not ready. Assist.
I cannot do any... Oh, actually, I might be able to. I might be able to put drones down.
Weapon not ready. Key generates at point B in 30 seconds. Assist. Fluid armor reactivated.
Pinaka's sounds are so pleasing to the ear. You reckon?
Key generated at point B.
I'm just trying to get away from this fucking Falcon, man. Falcon is harassing me hard.
Fire from left. Fluid armor reactivated.
Get melted!
Assist. Fluid armor reactivated.
Ow. Yeah, no, I don't...
Initiating ejection sequence.
I think all of the new strikers are a little bit busted in their own way, but... I think Serenith is probably the easiest fix. Serenith just needs to not have that immune fucking ability for one, because that's ridiculous.
Double kill.
But the big one is... Its fucking hand cannon charge. Its hand cannon charge is ridiculous.
Area confirmed. Entering
Tanaka, moving in to fix our strikers up.
Stellaris, sneaking up for a backline ambush.
key generated at point C. Key secured. Provide cover.
No, Vulcan! No, Vulcan! Vulcan! Take the hula hoop!
Insufficient engine output. Fire from left.
Hell yeah.
Victory.
Take the hula hoop! I just want to point out that that win was not in part thanks to me.
MVP.
That was not me. I did nothing.
Stellaris saves the day. Woo!
That was a horrible repair game. I think they sort of nuked... I feel this way. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think they kind of nuked down Pinaka's healing ability on its ring. I think Lumine is like the best healer now. Which is, I get it. I get why they did it. And I'm okay with it, but I don't know. I liked the hula hoop, so. Serenith. I want to have a look at Serenith's weapons. So yeah, its charged attack damage on this thing does more damage than Aquila's rifle. $24,000 versus $24,000 versus $22,000. Do we think that's fair? But that's okay, because balance. Smiley face. So realistically, Serenith is a better sniper than Aquila. Just saying. Especially seeing as how once its fucking fluid armor breaks, it can just basically peace out. It's one of those things. I don't like it. I have a lot of issues with balancing at the moment, but I mean, everybody knows that. I whinge about it all the fucking time. I would probably play Serenith, but I'm not comfy playing it. I'm not entirely sure how its artillery works, even after having done the training with it. Like, I'm not sure. In the training, I could never get the artillery to sort of lock onto something, whereas I've seen it in game. The artillery locks onto people. So, I mean, I think I'm missing something, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to can this mission, this expert diffuser. I know I've got a whole week to do it because it only came back up the other day, but yeah, dodgy. It's dodgy. Dodgy. Christian has 0 points this week. Christian being lazy.
Aquila, ready to strike. Ready to strike. Panaka.
I don't think this is the game mode I need for my missions. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that Aquila needs a buff. I'm saying that Serenith needs its damage toned down, like, a lot.
Injecting coaxium particles. Pilot sync rate stable.
Like, 24,000 damage. That's huge. I didn't actually see if it skips through fluid armor or not. I didn't look.
Aquila, off we go.
I think this may be the game mode I need. It is. I need to get 3 more dismantles. I don't know how well this is going to go. They have an Aquila on their team too, so this is going to be dicey.
Dismantle chlorite extractors to prevent chlorite pulse storm.
I'm shooting like ass, by the way. And now he has a healer. God damn it. And now I have no ammo.
Extractor first.
Assist? I had that, man. That was my kill. I would be a little less upset about Welkin's shield, honestly, if I could shoot the shield from the back and it wouldn't count as it being blocked.
Enemy down. Chloride extractor.
Was that at me?
Fire from front. Weapon ready.
I'm out of ammo. I can't fight this fight. Can't fight this fight anyway, my god. Do we have a healer, or am I just gonna have to suck this up? We have a Pinaka. I don't know where the Pinaka is.
Hurricane! Coming in to draw enemy fire!
Oh, that Aquila is going to kill me.
Activated. Chloride extractor dismantled by enemy. Fire from front.
I fucking deserve that for being a smart ass.
Initiating ejection sequence.
I was fucking convinced he couldn't see me. I was only just a little bit too far back.
Ready for deployment.
He caught my silhouette.
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
Extractor deployed.
Let me...
Optical camera terminals. Fire control set unlocked. Unavailable. Enemy down.
Am I got an Aquila shoot? Yes, I do have an Aquila shooting at me. God damn it.
10 seconds.
Hurricane! Coming in to draw enemy fire!
Mobility deactivated. Unavailable. You are
You spot it, you pop it!
chloride extractor.
I'm never getting these I don't know why, but hurricanes make me think of those Life Alert commercials? How'd that Pinaka walk away on so much health, man?
Fire from front. Chloride extractor dismantled by enemy.
I cannot fight this Aquila, the enemy Aquila, because I have never got any health.
Welkin, ready to pick off some stragglers.
Where'd he go?
Assist. Initiating ejection sequence.
Assist. Life Alert commercials? I still wasn't on full health by the time we started that fight.
Enemy down. Ready for deployment.
Extractor! Destroy it!
One day I will get all these extractors done.
Aquila.
Today is not
ready
that
to
day,
provide
but one
aerial
day.
Cover.
Optical camo terminals. Fire control. Chloride extractor deployed.
Extractor! Destroy it!
Stabilizing. Chloride extractor dismantled by enemy. Unavailable. Extractor dismantled by enemy. Enemy low.
I don't know how I missed that shot, man.
You can't get enough, huh?
I don't know how I missed that fucking shot. That shot was on point and it missed. That's miserable. And I do that so much too. And I've never figured out why. I assume because there is like a modicum of a gap between like when I pull the trigger and when the shot comes out.
Defeat.
I assume that's what it is. And for whatever reason, my brain just can't figure that tiny little whatever it is, 0.1 of a second.
Tanaka delivers justice and salvation.
I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna wager that is probably what it is. The help I've fallen, I don't know, because we don't have Life Alert commercials. I only know that from like people saying it. I've never actually seen the commercial. I didn't even know it was a Life Alert commercial. I thought it was some fucking weird meme. Which, I mean, I guess it is a meme at this point in time. I just didn't really know what sort of meme it was. It's the real memes. The realest of the memes. I will, I don't know. After stream, I shall at the very least endeavor to go and see it, though. To go and see it? Sounds like I'm going to watch a fucking movie. I will endeavor to go and have a look at it, though, now that I know it's an actual thing and not just some silly meme. Which, like I said, it's a meme at this point, but I'll chase it down. So, so Life Alert is the stupid bracelet for old people that calls the police when they have a medical emergency. Yeah, we have something similar here. I don't know what it's called, though. I don't think it's a bracelet either. I think it's a necklace. I think the ones we have here are like a necklace sort of thing. Not like a tight necklace, like it hangs closer in. Not like necklace like what I wear, like a loose thing.
Ready to strike. Panther. Ready to strike. Hurricane. Ready to strike. Pilot proceeding on board.
Pilot proceeding on board. Now that I think about it, Biotech, I haven't used much U. I've used Blaze. I haven't used U yet.
Injecting coaxium particles. Pilot sync rate stable.
I really should. Maybe when the EAX maps start up, I'll give you a bit of a go. I don't have a reason to have not used him, it's just I didn't use him. Probably because my go-to defenders have been the same for ages. Like, it's been Shu and Saria for so fucking long.
Ready to provide aerial cover.
Objective. Neutralize all hostile
Nice.
strikers and swiftly conclude the operation.
The fact that I got a heal and he is not as dead as me, I never saw him get healed.
Initiating ejection sequence.
Ah, there it is. I was trying to figure it out. I couldn't fucking figure it out. I didn't see that heal. And I'm like, how the fuck did that bloke outgun me? Anyone else find it weird that when you have a medical emergency, it's the police that immediately get dispatched before an actual EMT is contacted? guess, yeah. I don't know how this guy's killed me twice now. I've outgunned him the whole time. Every time I've started shooting at him, he has outgunned me, and I don't know how.
Ready to provide aerial cover.
The new round has begun.
Am I missing?
Optical camo drone's fire control system unlocked.
Check it out.
Mobility kit deactivated.
I am Narcan?
Mobility kit deactivated. Enemy down.
I don't know how that guy is outgunning me. He's absolutely outgunning me.
Hurricane, coming in to draw enemy fire.
And I am finding that very strange.
Weapon not ready.
I don't know what to do there. Ugh.
Fluid armor offline.
Most of the time it's strokes, heart attacks, things. Cops can't really do anything about it. I mean, that's true. I would say it's probably response time, if I'm honest, Balian.
Mobility kit activated.
I would say that police would probably be typically able to respond a lot quicker than ambulances, and that would be why.
MVP.
Welkin ain't something to mess with.
That would be my take, is that cops can probably respond quicker than EMTs. Like, just as an example, in a previous place I used to work, if there was a medical emergency, we would always call fireys before we would call. So an emergency call would go through to someone. They would then call out to 000, which is our emergency line. So it would go to our dispatchers, and one of our dispatchers would call 000, and another one would call the local fireys, because the fireys could always be there quick enough. Like, they were in a position where they could always be there quicker than EMTs. All right. I think that's me done for the day, though, guys. So, thank you so much for dropping in. I appreciate seeing you all again, and thank you all for talking. Let's see who's streaming. Let's see who is streaming. So I think I saw Faye was streaming. Faye is streaming. I will raid to Faye because I know Faye's doing a subathon at the moment. And while I don't expect anybody to obviously sub, at the very least you guys can support her by watching her, because advertisements and stuff. But yeah. So I don't even know what she's doing for subathons, to be honest. She's got a wheel, but I don't actually know what the hell the wheel is. The wheel looks weird. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming in and chatting. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure 100% what I'll be doing tomorrow yet. I haven't quite decided on whether it'll be more Mecha Break or if it'll be something else. It'll probably be something that I usually play. I don't want to commit to saying that I'm going to do something new because I don't know. And I think there is still 2 days before the next stage of Arknight starts, so it's just going to be like, ugh. I can't really do that, which sucks, but yeah. That said, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your eyeballs, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.